minerals being really produced there, and a lot of and basically the vultures took out a decent amount of probes at his other expansion. So Reach in a bit of a dire straits. It looks like, yeah, he's put full production basically at that secondary, and it's a good thing he has that secondary. Otherwise, he'd be entirely out of this game. More mines going down for Boxer, I think, and Reach really holding that Arbiter to the last second, and kind of that, as you can see, that kind of push hop. And I'm surprised that he doesn't have that observatory going down. And let's see if he's going to push for the recall with just a small unit recall here. He might have enough energy, but that's going to get spotted out by that Vulture. The question is how's Boxer going to respond? As you can see, he's a little bit panicked here. He's going to start setting up. He's trying to get that turret down so he can basically deal with the cloak. A couple mines going down as well. So the question is how prepared is Boxer going to be for this recall? And really what he needs to do, I would say, just focus in pushing in the main. Let your units that are being produced right now in your base deal with that attack. Inflict as much damage as you can in the meantime. Don't get distracted. And I think, unfortunately, he's allowing himself to get distracted a little bit here. So here comes the recall now. And wow, as you can see, a big managed to take out that first tank, second tank down without any real resistance. That turret factory down. So now Boxer in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to lead the units over into lead them into the regions that are not cloaked. He's going to do a comm set there. And this is easily going to be repelled by Boxer, I think. Just between, wow, as you can see, he has that floating engineering bay. And more mines going down. He's just going to let these mines take care of these units here, even if he has to sacrifice a Vulture or two on explosion to do so. And almost has that last Dragoon down. He does in fact have that last Dragoon down. So this attack has effectively been repelled by Boxer. Boxer can now again concentrate on that front door, and it looks like he's just gonna he floated his barracks all the way down. He's just gonna start producing Marines from there. And wow, triple a triple bunker push here. I'm not sure if that's another Arbiter out, or if that's a new Arbiter, or if it's a second Arbiter. It looks like another recall being prepared by Boxer, but really Boxer doesn't have to dedicate any more units, I don't think, to the south. And wow, actually I take it back. Yeah, it's stasis. He's going to stasis the two tanks, but that's not going to make a large difference because you can see a lot of bunkers down. That was very clever by Boxer, realizing that he needed to get basically some sort of static defense that would not be affected by stasis. Did manage to do so, and now he has a large force of Vultures just kind of primed to go in and push in and end this. Boxer in a very commanding position. I'm surprised he hasn't continued to push in, but he does need to be a little bit delicate here because Reach really does have that kind of movement advantage, and I think that's what he's kind of frozen. That's why he's kind of frozen right here. Is he doesn't want to commit too many troops. As you can see, this Arbiter kind of hovering around, and I think this might be a bluff by Reach. I think Reach might not have the energy. I think he might be moving that Arbiter back and forth just to make sure that Boxer keeps thinking about it, just to make sure that Boxer doesn't doesn't commit these troops at the front. I'm not sure. I think Boxer must realize by now, I hope he realizes, yeah, it looks like he is going to send that other tank out, probably that bottom left expansion, and let's see if anything gets produced in the meantime to take care of that. I would have a hard time believing he doesn't realize that there was kind of a hidden tech build elsewise. I'm surprised he's not sending the Vultures out to take care of it now. He's just basically placing mines in the area, but really he's not finally moving those tanks up. I feel like that's been somewhat delayed, but that's not going to hurt Reach too much, simply because it's not hurting his production. He still has those 4 gateways around that pylon right there, and meantime, kind of time is on his side. He just waits for that Arbiter to get some energy to cast whatever spell he feels like casting. Unpowered gateway going down, so that's not going to be a huge cost. As you can see, my guess is that Arbiter has a decent amount of energy now, primed for another recall, maybe another stasis even, and really the question is where does he go with it? Does he try to break the blockade at his front? He might recall some probes over actually to that nexus, even to try to basically open up some. Yeah, I think he might be doing that basically to open up some resources for him. And I don't know if Boxer realizes that that Reach is in fact doing that. He's still doing a contain, and I don't think he realizes that contain is in fact broken. Another Nexus going down, so Reach is in a few minutes here is going to have 3 expansions up. Yeah, he recalled to that basically another spawn point with that's a decent sized force. I think he will be able to defend that location with that force in place, and I don't think Boxer's now going to spot that out with that SCV, realizing where those units recalled to, realizing that Reach is now trying to expand, going to send the Vultures there, and Boxer being a little bit sloppy here. You can see how he's being a little bit slow, not in his usual kind of lightning strike form, and it just has a huge amount of Vultures out. I'm surprised he hasn't produced even more units. He's a ton of factories up, getting more of his supply down. In the meantime, yeah, he's comp-setting, making sure that expansion's not quite down yet. Second Arbiter out now for Reach. I'm sure that Reach actually has a lot of probes in that bottom left-hand corner now, producing. So now he's up to 2 expansions. So Boxer really needs to get his butt in gear. Boxer expanding to the upper right-hand corner. But really, I'm surprised he still hasn't pushed in that attack at the 6 o'clock position. He's allowing this expansion to go out at that 7/8 o'clock position. And in the meantime, Reach is poised at that 9 o'clock position to build another expansion. And right now, it looks like a Arbiter pushing up, and he might be going. Reach might be going for another recall attack on Boxer, but a lot of mines down. As you can see, a lot of static defense for Boxer in the meantime, and a couple just kind of clearing mines, maybe even with that Arbiter and that Zealot, trying to clear a path basically so his units can just approach from the front door instead of relying on a recall armory going up. So, and now here comes a really large attack from Boxer at that 9 o'clock position. Reach just choosing to fall back. He's just going to use that cloaking protection. He's just going to try delay tactics against Boxer, bide his time, get his economy going, start pumping out of those gateways, and then just let his Arbiters get some energy. In the meantime, it doesn't look like any tanks are at that bunker position. Interesting. I'm not sure how many Marines are actually down in those bunkers, but that's probably easily breakable by Reach if he decided to break that. But really, he doesn't need to, considering he has Arbiters out, and Boxer very intelligently going for an armory. I hope he produces some Goliaths here to just kind of pick at those Arbiters as they approach, deny that, because really what he needs to do is he needs to deny the recall so he can kind of push forward. And looks like he's just going to stake out this claim. He's going to try to this is the thing is I'm surprised Boxer's kind of employing these tactics. He's pretending as though Boxer is boxed in, or I'm sorry, he's pretending that Reach is boxed in. Reach is not boxed in by any means. He has that Arbiter. He's going to push with that Arbiter